G'day team, welcome to another tiny build scale modeling video. Today we're going to be tackling something a little tricky but very rewarding, painting German Pea Dot camouflage, or you might know it as Erbsenmuster. As always, this video is going to show you everything from priming, painting and weathering. Now the figures I'm going to be working on are Dragon's Ambush Eastern Front 1944 figures. Link's going to be in the description. I'm going to be painting up two figures in this video to show you how the German Pea Dot camo looks on both a jacket and pants, but the steps are the exact same no matter what part of the uniform you are painting. With that being said, let's jump into it. We're going to start by priming our figures with Vallejo black primer. Once dry, spray Vallejo white from the top down to create pre-shading and highlights. This helps define shadows before we start adding color. Before painting the rest of the figure, spray the jacket or pants with Vallejo medium brown. This will be our base layer for the Pea Dot camo. If you want a guide on painting German kit and gear, check out my other figure painting video. Using Vallejo Sunny Skin Tone, paint irregular blotches across the jacket or pants. These should be random in shape and size, vary them for realism. Now this color may look too bright at first, but don't worry, when we weather it later on, it's going to tone it down. One thing to note is to not carry the camouflage across any seam. This was one fabric that was cut and sewn together, so nothing should overflow any seam marks. Reference photos are key here. I'd pull up some reference pictures like I have and use them for inspiration. Now we're going to apply Vallejo Luftwaffe camo green in the same way. Some blotches can overlap the lighter ones, others can stand alone. Again, use reference photos for placement and shape. We're going to take Vallejo medium brown and a fine tip brush, and we're going to add small dots inside both the Sunny Skin Tone and Luftwaffe camo green blotches. I went for around 4 to 6 dots per blotch. Keep in mind that we're going to have more dots in these blotches very soon, so don't overcrowd any blotches just yet. With the same fine tip brush, we're going to get the Luftwaffe camo green back out and we're going to put dots on only the Sunny Skin Tone blotches. This should fill them up nicely. We're going to switch back to Sunny Skin Tone again and dot it into the green blotches. This contrast really makes the pattern pop. Again, you want to leave some room here for more dots. Don't overcrowd it. Using Vallejo Intermediate Green, we're going to add dots mainly to the green blotches and a couple to the brown areas. Reference pictures show this was more common on the green sections. We're then going to take some Sunny Skin Tone and put some small blotches in between the bigger ones. Like the big ones, we want to make these small ones unique and varied in size and shape. And then we're going to do the same thing with Luftwaffe camo green. Now we're going to take some sunny skin tone again and add dense clusters of dots over the medium brown areas, which is the rest of the jacket. On some parts of the jacket, we're going to leave some channels of undotted brown. In my reference photos, some of these channels were filled with dark green instead of the light brown. So we're going to leave 2 or 3 small channels open for our next step. Fill the channels you left earlier with a mix of Luftwaffe green and intermediate green dots. Darker green first, lighter green on top to make them pop. At this point, you might also want to go back over and fill in any areas that you don't think have enough dots. Before we begin our weathering, we're going to spray AK Interactive Gauzy agent over the whole model. This both protects your work and prepares the surface for weathering. As usual, we're going to apply a dark enamel sludge wash over the whole figure. Once you have it all over your model, you're going to let it dry for about 10 minutes. Take a clean brush dipped in enamel odorless thinner. We're going to gently wipe away the excess in downward strokes. This leaves the dark wash in the creases, folds and recesses while cleaning the raised areas. It's also going to make our uniforms look dirty and used like they would have been in the field. It tones the colors, blends the camo and adds depth and realism. This process is more about what you take off rather than what you put on. Once you're happy with how your figure looks, we're going to spray some Ultra Matte Lucky Varnish by Mig all over the model to tone down the shininess and seal in our work. And that's it, your German Pea Dot camo in 1/35 scale. Painted and weathered, ready for display on the shelf or diorama. If you enjoyed this tutorial or learnt something new, hit like, drop a comment and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. Until next time, happy modeling, and I'll catch you on the next one.